Spend any time investigating the world of crypto, and you'll quickly find it's filled with pump, dump, Lambro, shitcoin cults of confusion. A sea of vapid blockchains offering nothing more than fancy-sounding features and pupil-poppin' visuals.
But check out this white paper, it's got UFOs! Pew, 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 pew.
But dig a little deeper, and you'll find aliens, they don't even accept crypto. And all those other donkey coins you've been chucking carrots at, they could leave you susceptible to attacks, hacks, or other tomfoolery. So today I'd like to cut through some of that bull and bring you a nice, refreshing glass of speculation in a desert of deception, and introduce to you what I consider to be the most promising crypto gem I've come across in years. My name's Titorelli, and welcome to this video, the moderately informed dude's guide to Kaspa. Fairly launched in November 2021 without pre-mining or any other pre-allocation of coins, Kaspa is a block DAG that is arguably on track to becoming the world's fastest proof-of-work crypto, with lightning-fast transactions and near-instant confirmation times. Kaspa is based on an innovative consensus called Ghost DAG. This is an evolution of the Ghost protocol designed by Professor Aviv Zohar and Dr. Yonatan Sombolinsky at Hebrew University in Jerusalem. Now, these two dudes are veteran crypto researchers. In fact, their work is even referenced in the Ethereum white paper, so that gives them a bit of street cred. Yonatan's also getting his postdoc at Harvard right now, so, it's safe to assume these guys, these dudes, are smart on some level. At the very least, they interview well. But back to Kaspa. Kaspa seeks to solve what is known as Bitcoin's scalability problem. What's the Bitcoin scalability problem? Well, the Bitcoin scalability problem refers to the limited capacity of the Bitcoin network to handle large amounts of transaction data on its platform in a short amount of time. This results in bottlenecks that cause increased transaction fees and delayed processing of transactions that can't be fit into a block. Now, Kaspa is not alone in trying to solve this problem. In fact, there are a lot of coins that have tried to offer solutions to this issue, but in almost every case, a trade-off has to be made. And these trade-offs often come in the form of either less network security, increased centralization, or sometimes both. For instance, it's easy for a big company like Visa to perform a lot of transactions per second because they're using giant private centralized servers to do it. This type of network relies on what is known as a trusted setup. Trusted setup networks exist in opposition to the idea of decentralization. It's really a nasty thing. Just saying the words trusted setup, it makes your tongue stink. What true decentralization means is that anyone is able to verify the network. Things operate without the need for a singular trusted authority. When a network like this exists, as it does in Bitcoin, it's known as a trustless system. Some coins as a workaround, like Ripple and Solana, tap into that centralization dark side to help increase their transaction speeds. And this leaves them more open to corruption since large stakeholders can censor the network without putting in any work.
He's overly indulged at it.
A rejection of proof of work in favor of proof of stake. Old-style projects tend to propose security and decentralization while sacrificing scalability, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, while newer projects seem to be focusing more on scalability and security while sacrificing decentralization. And this can be seen in most of the newer proof-of-stake networks. With that said, the important thing to keep in mind is that this idea of decentralization exists as a spectrum. But the goal of any legitimate crypto project is usually to come as close in some way to that original philosophical ideal set forth by Bitcoin creator Satoshi Nakamoto. And that means measuring up to the Nakamoto Consensus. What's the Nakamoto Consensus? Well, it's basically the OG roadmap benchmark for decentralization in the crypto world. Consider it the God's light of the cryptoverse, and coins that stray too far from the light become shitcoins. Sad, lonely shitcoins. I'm not a hater of shitcoins at all. I'm actually a big fan of crap. Check out this NFT I just bought.
Who could even think this up? I mean, come on, with the teeth. Monkeys?
What makes Kaspa novel is that it adheres very closely to the Nakamoto Consensus while still maintaining fast transactions, instant confirmations, scalability, and a propensity toward decentralization. A huge step forward in overcoming the typical trade-offs that plague most of its peers. How? Well, the main ingredient for the Kaspa revolution is the block DAG. While traditional blockchain networks flow like spam from a can, DAG-based cryptos flow more like water from a tree, allowing for a faster and more dynamic processing of transactions. DAGs in crypto are nothing new, but Kaspa's approach to the block DAG is. Most DAG-based cryptos, such as Avalanche, Phantom, and Hedera, are based on high-speed proof-of-stake networks which are anchored on trusted witness masternodes. IOTA's Tangle is an example of a proof-of-work DAG, but has the problem of not consolidating, which means it's left with very bad confirmation times and can't emulate a blockchain. It just appends blocks to a huge web. Kaspa, on the other hand, is purely proof-of-work without any of these mechanisms or pitfalls. It tries as much as it can not to deviate from the Bitcoin protocol itself. Through use of a DAG-appropriate generalization of Bitcoin's heaviest chain rule, Kaspa is able to take into account which blocks are connected enough to its chain, building an arm out of the DAG with the most work. This is done by only reviewing and accepting blocks mining this point of the DAG, in turn decentivizing over expansion. Throw on top of that a highly dynamic difficulty adjustment, fancy pruning mechanism, and you're left with a block DAG able to consolidate and emulate a blockchain using Nakamoto Consensus.
Wow.
So what's the future hold for Kaspa? Well, that's really still to be decided by its core team and the community. But it's easy to imagine Kaspa with its secure and fast transactions and instant confirmation times becoming a go-to core layer 1 chain for a slew of smart contracts, apps, and other layer 2 solutions. A rich, creamy base that will help enhance the platforms on top of it and rinse the collective stink from our tongues. Or not, it could do other things too. Time will tell. Well, that's going to do it for this video. There's still a lot more I could get into. This stuff is deep, but this video is long enough already. So please, if you have any questions about the material, check out the Kaspa Discord link below. You should be able to yuck it up or yell at people smarter than me, and the devs are usually active there, which is a good thing. Also, if you're feeling generous and enlightened by this video, please consider dropping me a little donation. My Kaspa and Bitcoin address are in the description below. That would be cool. I'll give you a little wink. You'll feel it when I receive it. You will receive a wink and you will feel it. Okay, so my name's Titorelli. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.